Je suis Napoleon this week on Kentucky Fried Chronology. Like the French national anthem or something, right? You know,
editing Bo works harder and harder.
I really do. I need to learn more stuff. I keep thinking of things I want to do that I don't know how to do.
Yes. That's me.
Like, I need to up our thumbnail game. I need to learn how to do like Photoshop and shit. Because how funny would it be, like, picture you, like, just cut your face out and put it on Napoleon, right?
Right?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, like I've seen other YouTubers have figured this out. If habitual line crossers redneck ass can do it, we can too.
I'm really dumb though.
I mean, you're bad at math. You're just not dumb. You're just
I'm pretty dumb.
You have a weak spot.
I'm pretty dumb.
You just
look at him. I love my buddy here. He's trying to put
you over.
Nope, I'm dumb. It's okay. Welcome to Kentucky Fried Chronology. That was the longest intro ever.
That was. We're probably going to cut that one a little bit.
No, leave it all in. It's just more work for me if I have to cut it out.
Right. Yep. American rocket pop.
It's French. It is a French rocket pop today.
It is. Yeah.
The French have red, white, and blue in their flag as well, so it's a French rocket pop today because we're talking about Napoleon.
Yes.
Napoleon Bonaparte, conqueror of the world, the greatest Frenchman to ever live, who's not French.
Yeah, he was born in Corsica, which is a great way to get her.
It is. No, the best thing about him being born, just him being born in general, is he was born in 1769. Does that date sound at all familiar to you?
I'm bad.
When was the last time we were in this time period?
1769. Oh, a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
with Wellington.
Exact same year that Wellington was born. So they're the same fucking age. I got a crazier one for you. After Napoleon grows up and Corsica has its whole like bid for independence like 2 years before he's born, and then the French come over and just take it over. So he very, very narrowly avoided just being not French at all, right? And having like a bunch of other problems. But his dad apparently was a good lawyer, so the French had him. They made him a minor French noble. So nice. Napoleon gets to go off to like the nice French schools. And you want to know what's crazy? He goes to this military school in Paris. It is literally like 200 miles away from the military school that Wellington went to at the exact same fucking time.
So the guys that were going to face off to each other,
like 25 years later, we're like within. Like riding, they could have went and hung out. They could have hung out with each other on their off day. They could have Wellington takes a day trip to fucking Paris on his weekend and runs into Napoleon at a coffee shop and they discuss tactics.
Okay,
how crazy would that have fucking been?
Japanese animators. There's another.
Why is it got to be Japanese? Anybody? Some YouTube animator. Anybody, somebody who can draw, because I want hand drawn. None of this computer shit. I want somebody old school, fucking draw this shit out. I want a kayfabe meeting between like 16-year-old Wellington and 16-year-old Napoleon at a French coffee shop.
That doesn't.
And then the scene ends, right? It ends with like Napoleon like remembering that encounter as he's like on the battlefield at Waterloo, and he's like, "It's that skinny fucking British guy I argued tactics with that one time."
Like cannons, focus your fire.
Yeah, right there. Get that motherfucker. See him on the horse? That guy. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That is kind of crazy how it's one of the...
I was watching that documentary about that, and I rewound it like 5 times. I'm like, wait, hang on. And then they showed like a map, and I'm like, yeah, because the Equateur or whatever the fuck, or whatever school,
equestrian school
that Wellington went to is up in Normandy, and he's in Paris. They're like 200 miles from fucking each other, just a little bit off to the northwest was Wellington.
That's one of those things that had to gall the French so much throughout history.
We trained that son of a bitch. God damn it.
Well, no, not just that, but knowing that just throughout French history, England has owned various chunks of their land.
Well, yeah, but by that point,
France
owned all that shit. They were just,
The name
trying to
was
keep
still
it
there.
cordial with the
Fair
English because
Yeah.
it's still the French monarchy at this point. The revolution hasn't happened
We
yet.
kind of missed out. We could have had bourbon this week because this whole thing, Napoleon, begins and ends with the House of Bourbon.
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 You do with the French accent, man. We're in France, and we're in frogland, perfume, stinky cheese, and wine, buddy.
And suspiciously wide streets for some reason. What, do you not know?
No, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, after the French Revolution, a lot of buildings were kind of torn down, and especially the main roads were made a whole lot wider, specifically so the peasant mobs can't just grab a bunch of furniture and block streets off.
Makes sense. Didn't know that. Well, there's a little extra tidbit for you.
All right.
It's
one of those hostile architecture started earlier than we thought.
Well, I mean, yeah, got to keep that going. But Napoleon, he did stuff during the Revolution.
Yeah,
right? Like
he was an artillery commander, right?
Yeah, his first real command was at the siege of Toulon, which cracked me up because I happen to know a yacht dealer from Toulon, France. Every wrestling fan in the fucking world is laughing their ass off right now. We love you, Jim.
I promise I'm a fan. I just haven't watched that much. Not as much as him.
It's Jim Cornette's old gimmick when he first showed up in the Memphis territories. I don't remember. Way back in the day. He shows up. He has like a boat hat, and he's a yacht broker from Toulon, France, and his mama bought him a wrestler. Mama Cornette bought me a wrestler. I'm gonna be his manager.
My God. And that's how it began.
It is. It started. He was this is not. No, we'll do the history of Jim Cornette later.
That'll be its own episode. We could really sidetrack. That's editing.
It's not the right show at all, man. Come on. Napoleon.
Anyway.
We're talking about Napoleon in Toulon, France.
So, yeah, the Siege of Toulon.
That's where he got his first victory, because he's like 21. Really young, right?
No, weren't they kind of... No, this was the leaders of the revolution. Weren't they kind of like... He joined the revolution, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
he wasn't fighting for the king. He was kind of... Because when he was a young man in Corsica, he did not like the French. He was actually very like Corsican independence and fuck France. And it's real ironic that he ends up being basically France later.
Their god king. Yeah, I know. But at first, like once he got into military school, I know we're kind of going back a little bit, but didn't he have like... didn't he kind of hit a ceiling pretty much? Because he wasn't that high of a noble ranking, so he could only go a certain level in the...
the only problem he ran into was he had no friends because he's from Corsica and French suck. Made fun of him for his accent. He was really good at the school in math. That's why he went to the artillery academy. And then in his second year, his dad... or not his dad, but his family's money was drying up and they couldn't afford for him to keep going. So he had to cram like 2 years of military school into like one semester. And he passed. And his instructors were so goddamn impressed. They're like, all right, man, well, here's your commission. You're a second lieutenant.
Well done.
Go hang out at this garrison over here for a while. And then he entered his like sad emo fucking face. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He would like write like sad fucking like essays on like there's one of those like on suicide and all this other stuff. So he had like this like he had this like depressed emo phase after he got out of military school for a little while.
He didn't have a purpose.
Exactly. And then after Toulon, he found his purpose, and then he rose through the ranks, and then he goes and does the big campaign over in Egypt and Italy. And then he just goes and takes over France, which is great. He's won so many victories that he just kind of looks at his army and goes, "You guys, I'm gonna go walk into the National Assembly and basically tell them I'm in charge. You guys want to go with me?
You guys are cool with that?"
And they're like, "Yeah, we got you. We'll watch the doors.
Whatever you say, boss."
So he does. He walks in there. He's like, "I'm in charge." He's the captain. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Pretty much.
And anybody who argued there's just the cocking of guns, throughout the thing, he's like, no, I'm in charge now. So now he can start just taking over shit,
If I was a
right?
French politician, I'd be like, can I be in charge of this random thing? That kind of basically a cushy position.
Can I be a
cushy do nothing position over here?
Duke of the Duchy of whatever the fuck?
That gets me far away from all the chaos going on in Paris and managing some estates.
What holdings do we have in the Americas? Can I just go over there?
Can I manage Louisiana?
Fuck that. If I was a Frenchman and this shit happened, I'd be like, I'm gonna make so much goddamn money. Napoleon is my best friend. I'm gonna do the Bernadotte and the Marshal
Bro down.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking get my own little kingdom out of this shit.
See if I can get Silesia out of this.
Well, no, not Bernadotte. He kind of screwed him. He screwed him over. That's the King of Sweden. Who's the one am I thinking of where he was like the King of Naples?
Wasn't that his brother?
No, that's
that wasn't Blucher.
That was Holland. Von Blucher is the general in Prussia.
It was a Prussian.
Was it Marshal Ney?
See, this is why
he has too fucking many of them.
Yeah,
I should have.
This is one of my problems with Napoleon.
I should have wrote
the whole Napoleonic War. Some of these generals are like Chinese generals. They're so hard, their names are so. What they did is cool. Like following just them, it's easier if we're only following it from their perspective. But if you have to go back through an entire history of a war and follow the single perspective of 5 different generals, it's going to get confusing.
1.5, there's a bunch of them.
Well, I'm thinking 5 major ones that you have to know to get a good impression of the war. Napoleon, probably von Blucher, Alexander. He sucked, but getting his perspective is important. And the Spanish ones. The King of Spain and his son. They weren't really good.
I can't remember their fucking names.
Frederick, I think. Both of them. I think like 4th and 5th or something like that. But I can't double check that, man. So we are after Toulon. He's
emperor now. I speed tracked through all the beginning stuff because it was very obvious he was a general that was awesome, and they kept giving him more commands, and he kept winning. Like he didn't.
Right man, right time, right place.
Shit, he didn't lose a battle until what? Eastling?
Wasn't that the first time the Prussians finally figured out?
The Prussians showed up at the perfect time.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a different one. The one where the Prussians finally learned to be patient and wait for reinforcements.
That Austrian general, the one that was actually competent, the Constantine guy. Like he was running a great campaign. And then he totally trapped Napoleon because he got cocky and he built the bridges across the islands and had like 24,000 dudes on one side. And then the Austrians attacked and he's like, fuck, trying to get his dudes across the bridge. And the Austrians kept breaking the fucking pontoon bridges and costing him more fucking time. And it like finally he got enough of his boys across and all out fucking attack, right? And then he's pushing the Austrians back, and then like 9,000 Prussians show up, and it's just like, oh shit, god damn it, I don't have enough to deal with this. Fuck, retreat, let's just leave. Napoleon was so it's kind of a loss. Fuck it, we'll call it a draw.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's exactly how Napoleon sold that shit. He's like, I didn't lose; it was a draw. I ran out of bullets. I had to pull back. I simply just didn't have enough bullets to kill them all. It's the only thing that stopped me.
Bunker Hilled himself.
Yeah,
just ran out of ammo.
Yeah, no, he was losing and
didn't go so well.
Yeah, it didn't go very well, and he had no choice, and the Austrian guy, he could have pursued, but he was just kind of like, no, I'm good. Like,
I've already.
This has been a fucking slog match. We're good. Let him go. We taught that son of a bitch. And then the Francis was like, you fucking asshole. Why didn't you go after him? You're fired. Even though he's like the only general to have beaten Napoleon at this point.
Yeah.
So of course, fire that fucking guy.
Fire the guy that actually wins.
Yeah. And this is after Austerlitz, too, after he'd already beat the Austrians just hands down bitch slapped him, and the Prussians.
Is this before Spain?
Yeah, this is way before he invaded Spain. This is when he's still setting up the Confederation of the Rhine.
Oh, okay.
And
So he's still
and like remember after that the Holy Roman Empire gets dissolved because there's only like 3 provinces left.
Of them left. Yeah, and they're like,
you're not a political entity anymore.
Germany didn't exist for like 20 years.
It won't exist for another.
I was just talking about like while Napoleon was messing around, it wasn't its own really.
You brought it up now. I gotta think. I think it's like another 90 years.
Really, that
before
long?
Germany? I think
Before the
German
modern
state becomes a thing. It was in the 1800s. 1850?
Yeah, most of us don't realize. Yeah, most people don't realize Germany as a country is actually a lot younger than most people think. Now, German people have been around for a long
centuries.
Like since Rome. People have been speaking Germanic something or another.
It's in here.
Yeah, it's all in the pot of knowing.
Maybe one day it'll let us
like, favorite, and subscribe.
Maybe it'll let us talk about it one day. Oh, magic pot of knowing.
It likes us in the modern world, so we will give it what it wants.
So
anyway,
we that's his first big loss. What's your favorite battle?
Oh, we haven't got to it yet. When we get,
we don't have to because it's fucking Napoleon.
I was kind of doing canon.
We don't have to do that, man.
It comes.
We would be here. We would be here for days
all day
if we tried to go like beat by beat in order. Like it'd be Monday, and we'd still just be getting to like 1796.
Yeah. So we're gonna skip way.
Whatever your favorite Napoleonic battle is, go for it.
Oh, sorry, hit the mic. It has to be the 1813 Battle of Leipzig, aka the Battle of the Nations. Basically, everyone
and anyone who ever had beef with him.
Everyone who had beef with Napoleon finally...
They all finally actually showed up at the same spot.
They all showed up at the same spot and actually managed to, honest to God, surround him.
They all talked to each other. They coordinated this shit. It was very impressive.
Everyone finally...
For all the goddamn good it did any of them, right?
It's one of those. They did such a good job. Finally, the coalition warfare works when everyone communicates well.
Yeah, right? Too bad Napoleon's still fucking Napoleon.
Slightly
outnumbered, outgunned, surrounded, and with fucking fresh conscript troops. Like this isn't the grand army of like the early campaigns. Like this is like replacements.
He's gotten his ass handed to him.
Yeah, and he still manages to pull it off.
And part of the reason he kind of falls in this battle even happens is because he acts on bad intel.
He does that a lot if you pay attention.
He thinks Bernadotte and Blucher are both further to the north northwest and northeast than they actually are. They're actually about 60 miles closer, which puts them close enough to threaten him. So he thinks he's got enough time to go south and deal with German-sounding name I can't remember.
Kurtzhoff?
Starts with a C.
Constantine.
Did
he get his job back? Oh, he got fired.
Or wasn't
after
older guy?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Older guy starts with a C. Anyway,
that's probably Constantine. Then.
Probably. And he had this town, or he was essentially defending this town further to the south. And as Napoleon moved in, the noose, or what they thought was a noose, tightened slowly around it. The Austrians moved up from the south, and again, we're going to show a map.
Yeah,
this one's a really cool one. Oh, I like to talk with my hands.
Hang on, we'll totally keep this in because it's awesome. But speaking of like the map state, I have an idea for when we do battles, but we need a bunch of like a little army.
Oh, we're gonna do a tabletop?
Yeah, we'll do like a top-down shot, and we'll get like a rollout map.
Ooh,
and we'll put the
totally not inspired by Warhammer, are we?
No, but it's live action though.
Yeah, well, actually,
we'll get like in Indiana Jones, the sticks and then pushing the things across the table. We'll get some of those.
We'll do the battles for you.
Yeah. How dope would that fucking be?
Especially the old school ones where it's actual horses and
we can get the blocks of the fucking infantry things and they did this and we'll push them around. It'll be great.
Or we'll have wooden blocks that are like the.
No, we got to get like the high detail ones.
We'll figure something out.
If we ever do like just like bullshit
because I would
fantasy fucking history, we'll do like Warhammer. We'll get the Warhammer.
We could do that.
Finally, be an excuse to buy some fucking kill teams.
It would be that excuse, or just it would be the perfect excuse to splurge and get a 3D printer.
So fuck that.
But anyway, so back to we're getting off
back to Leipzig.
Back to the Battle of Leipzig. What we're saying is, and this battle was an absolute, we haven't really gone into the scale, just the sheer size of the numbers of troops in this battle.
It's like 700,000 altogether.
Yeah, altogether. But that doesn't even, it pales into comparison. A single cavalry charge that Napoleon began the battle with an artillery barrage, of course.
Of 800 guns.
True to type. Began it with an artillery barrage, but then the first cavalry charge was 10,000 horse.
Heavy horse.
A single charge.
Corsairs.
Yeah. You know, they all have
that cool chest plate and shit.
It's like French version of the Winged Hussars, but they didn't have that clack.
It's even more impressive than the big one they did over in Russia, because the ground in Russia that was like 5,000 horses over there. I can't remember what battle it was, but they did another one. But the ground was all fucked up and frozen and snowy and shit, so it's not as impressive as you think, because the horses couldn't really go above like a trot.
Yeah,
so it's like they kind of walked into the battle, which if you think about it is super goddamn funny,
but also kind of terrifying, because the second they get there, they're just gonna
like, because you always picture like they're full gallop, right? But like that's what this one is, because the ground was good, it was nice. Dry fucking day.
Talking about the Hussar charge?
I'm talking about this battle right here, the 10,000 French
cavalry
they were
charge. Thundering.
This was a good one. This is what you think in Hollywood. This was the Ride of the Rohirrim.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Only with Frenchmen.
Saw the Return of the King. It's that, but with this color. Everyone's wearing this
Everyone knows what the Ride of the Rohirrim is. Don't over-explain things. If they don't know what the Ride of the Rohirrim is, please excuse yourself and leave.
Go watch those movies.
No, you're not welcome.
They're the only movies they were the only good new movies that came out in the last
I don't know. The animated one was good.
I didn't watch it.
The War of the Rohirrim?
I haven't watched it.
It was good.
I've been rewatching old stuff so much. Anyway, off topic. Back to the Battle of Leipzig. Yeah, even the smaller contingent, even Poland, I got to hear. Poland was one of the smallest forces that sent on, because even Napoleon pissed them off too. They sent 34,000 men and 135 guns, which is a lot compared.
For Poland at the time, that's like a fifth of their population.
That's a considerable amount of pissed off men to send in a fight. Also, the forces of Silesia crossover. Guess what they had? Congreve rockets.
We can't get away from them. It's been all rocket shit, man. We just
might as well make it the symbol for the channel of this.
We just did fucking October Sky on my other channel, so there's been nothing but rockets the past few fucking weeks.
So that might just be the new symbol for our channel, the Congreve rocket.
Congreve rocket. You and me sitting on one going,
horse waving cowboy hat.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, that one has
purple hat going.
Simply because, one, how many times in history have you ever heard of a force being nearly completely surrounded, outnumbered, and win? I can think of one other time, and that was Hannibal at Cannae.
Chosen Reservoir.
Ooh.
I have them right where I want them. Surrounded on all sides. Surrounded from the inside.
You got a point there. The Chosen Reservoir.
You need to withdraw. Why? I have them right where I want them. Right?
Yeah. Anything else off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head. Not where they're just like completely cut off like that. Siege of Bastogne, but that's more of they just held out until relief got there.
Yeah, they had walls. That doesn't count. We'll be moving into siege battles, but no, that's just only the most brilliant commanders with the most disciplined troops. Even if they're fresh conscripts, they're like, yeah, but it's Napoleon, so
Yeah, that's the most impressive.
Got that morale.
Like that's the impressive thing. Everybody's like, yeah, it's Napoleon. I'm like, yeah, but it's not the same army that he had when he when he won all his big victories before the decline and the march into Russia. Like this is like I've lost 500,000 guys. I got to call up the like fresh-faced teenagers now.
That's what I'm saying. It's not Napoleon's version of the 77th. He's lost all of those guys. It's all fresh-faced.
The old bastards.
Yeah, it's all fresh-faced teenagers who are just riding high on the bosses.
And scared to death. But you know what? We have fucking Napoleon with us. We'll be fine. What was it? Some general. It might have been Wellington. Could have been another one. It said Napoleon's presence on the field was worth 40,000 men.
Oh,
and I'm like, I fucking totally believe it.
I'd probably closer to 100.
No, not that many. It's not Alexander.
Nobody's Alexander.
God, he wanted to be though.
Oh, he tried. So
when he was a kid,
he was really
all he read, man. Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, like Suetonius, all that stuff. And I'm over here. I'm like, I did too.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't nearly accomplish nearly as much. Fuck, I'm a failure.
Your father wasn't a nobleman.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, you weren't born in the right spot to take advantage of
I'm the son of a plumber, baby. I tell you what. The Dusty Rose, the American Dream, coming at you live Sunday night from the Superdome, baby.
Yep. This is one of those. Us being friends has infected my algorithm, by the way.
I'm sure
I'll randomly
get like random promos. Dory Funk fucking promo or something.
Blonde, curly hair.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's probably all my fault.
Also, some of it, like I'll get random flare flop compilations, but I love those.
I mean, you gotta love the flare flop.
I figured that's how the fight with the alien's gonna end. The alien's gonna realize he's beaten, just flare flop.
Flare flop.
because I like it. It's funny. I figure.
I mean, we get
it up there for free. It's like all good drug dealers. The first
taste is free, man. There you go. All right, so that's your favorite battle?
So yeah, the Battle of Leipzig. It's one of those. He came in on bad intel with fresh troops. Basically, I take that back. His cannons were a bit more experienced.
He's cannon.
Like his
he is the cannon.
Like his cannon, like his artillery lines were a little bit more experienced, had some of his more veteran troops in there, but still.
He trained half of those motherfuckers personally. You know he did, because he is a cannon officer. Artillery is his bitch. This is my baby. I know where to put these fucking guns. That's why most of his battles were so cannon heavy. Like he knew where to put these fucking things.
Yeah, that's what you've played Napoleon Total War or Empire.
Oh yeah, no, I like that where you have to use the terrain, because sometimes if you don't, the guns will just shoot straight into the fucking ground and will be of no use to anybody. Yeah. Or worse, you'll put them behind your army and they'll shoot and it won't be enough elevation and it'll just blow the top off of the first 5 ranks of your dudes. A sheet of blood flying out and it's like, oh no.
Oh. And you just immediately, they just immediately
ceasefire, fuck.
It's like, yeah, sorry. No, it doesn't see.
See, if you did that in real life, like you would not be the artillery commander for very long. No. I feel like they'd just kind of execute you on the battlefield.
Execution on the spot for complete failure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The general that failed to do that would probably be executed his damn self.
Yeah.
Anyway. Back to battles and wars on lighter stuff.
Yeah, back to the million or so people that Napoleon got killed just on the French side.
What is your favorite battle? It's probably the biggest battle. Probably had the most number of troops.
No, it's just the most brilliant one. It's Austerlitz.
Austerlitz?
It's so pretty. It's a real masterclass of him whooping. It's the
quick rundown. Refresh my memory.
1805 against the Austrians.
Is that the one with that's not the battle on the ice, is it?
It's the one after he routs them, he starts shooting the cannons at the rivers and the ponds and stuff to break the ice so the fuckers drown. Yeah.
That makes sense. Sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, I love that fucking battle. It's a masterpiece of just quick, get your men in, deployed, and just roll the fucking flanks.
Oh, also, I think I mentioned this wrong. Because I'm gonna say it because maybe I'm wrong. I think the battle on the ice is actually a reference to the Battle of Bisbee, 13 something other. I don't know. Remember?
There's lots of battles that are on the ice, but
But the historians for the longest time called it the Battle on the Ice, at least until the four bastards fell through. But that's how we got all that cool archaeological stuff from it.
Yeah, but that's not the battle we're talking about.
That is not the battle we're talking about. Different battle on the ice. Back to Austerlitz. So, other than that, was it basically just him kind of luring them into the best trap ever?
No, it was him doing what he always does. Because you had the Russians and the Prussians were fucking taking their dick ass around time over here, and then you got the Austrians over here full of piss and vinegar. Like, we don't need them. Fuck yeah! And the dude sets his army up and shit. And Napoleon's just like,
okay,
I got you, motherfucker, and immediately just like cuts his army in fucking half. Right? Uses there's a fucking like ridge of a plateau, right, that the Austrians are on, and their plan is they're, because they see Napoleon's flank is like real weak, right? So they're like, we're gonna go out from here and we're gonna attack the flank. And Napoleon did this on purpose because they're stupid. And he's like, oh, little dangle over here, weak flank, come get it. So as soon as they do, Napoleon launches an attack on the plateau thing that they were on, takes it, effectively cutting the two armies in freaking half, and then what's his name? Duveau is moving up from the south while the flank attack is being done and stuff, and hits that army in the rear while Napoleon swings the rest of them up there to engage the other one. Just divide and conquer, right? But like
classic.
And it all took like
is that kind of
6 hours. It was so quick.
Ooh. Is that something similar? Is it something like Defeat in Detail, where you split your army up smaller to get them to do the same, and then you join yours back together real quick and crush their smaller units?
I think so. I don't know.
I remember my Civil War history. I think General Lee was a big fan of Napoleon.
No, General Lee was one of the first people to realize that Napoleon's tactics weren't going to work here. Because General Meade, little Napoleon, was using the Napoleonic War Book, same as everybody else at that point, because let's be real, Napoleon reformed warfare for the next 100 years.
Easily.
Yeah,
no, because
this is how we do war now. We have corps. We have corps and divisions and all that stuff, and straight down to the battalions. Like, Napoleon came up with this.
For 50 years, he basically, as the kids say, set the meta.
Sure, you don't have to do things like that, man.
Own version of a dad joke probably won't.
I guess.
But
you know,
yeah, until we came along and changed the way warfare was done again with our own Civil War.
Yeah, but during the Civil War, the first few battles, you look at them like they're following the like Napoleonic strategy of warfare, but not taking into consideration the massively more effective killing potential of the weapons of the time. Smoothbore muskets are fine for Napoleonic tactics and stuff, but once you start using rifles and shit, and still trying to be within like 100 yards of each other,
get ripped apart.
Yeah, that's why the casualties were so crazy during the Civil War.
We got
and then
instead of trying to forward 500 yards,
1862,
started getting wide.
General Lee started being like, no, we need to be smarter about this shit. We can't do the big mass formations, blah 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 stuff. So he started, instead of playing European chess, started playing Chinese chess. Basically,
take as much territory as you can instead of wiping out the enemy's combat capabilities. Smart strategy.
It was, and then we're up into the American Civil War and the lineage of Napoleon. I guess we're done. You got anything else? We're gonna do Waterloo as its own separate thing.
Yeah, I was about to say it's kind of.
This is before you start. I was like, no, that's going to be its own episode.
I was about to say Waterloo. Yeah, for our.
But we've got the build, right? We've got our two players. We got in this corner the Iron Duke Wellington, and in the red corner with the blue shorts the tiny terror, the Frenchman from Frogtown. Napoleon, I'm taller than you think I am, Bonaparte.
I am actually average for the time.
He really was, though. The whole him being short is largely British propaganda.
British propaganda.
If you go look at like the newspaper drawings and stuff, they always have him like this tall,
tiny little guy. Because
Wellington's
British king was
slightly,
was.
And Wellington's like 6 feet tall, so it's like, well, our British commanders are towering over little Napoleon here, but he's actually like the same height as damn near everybody else in France.
So yeah, Waterloo's definitely its own episode, and hopefully we draw it later on when we have a little bit of a budget, so we can do the top.
That would be cool.
Waterloo,
that would
even
be cool.
As our first one, would be a great one because I
just have get like a printout of like the field with the farm and shit. That'd be dope.
Well, I think we're mostly wrapped up for this week.
I think so,
with the exception of drawing from the pot of knowing.
We're gonna draw from the pot. All right, I'm gonna shake it. You grab it.
Hopefully something old and covered in dust.
I'm gonna be so upset because it's gonna be something else from
Battle of Kadesh.
No, it's gonna be like fucking communism or the Cold War just to make me angry. It's literally what happened yesterday.
And oh no, you're gonna like this one.
No, I'm worried. You
Chosen Reservoir.
But still, hey, what?
That's Korea.
I know it is, but
we're still in the modern era.
No, I mentioned the fucking Chosen Reservoir unprompted from this earlier. Remember?
You did, because we looked for battles.
That's fucking crazy.
We're building our own extended universe.
I swear to God, look,
we swear. Look,
no, I'm not even joking. Look, I'm gonna dump them out.
Look, it's full of stuff.
It is full of stuff. We're not bullshitting.
And they're all got names. Like this one, this one, Charlemagne. Like we've got a bunch of old stuff on here. The Battle of Karas. Oh no, that's a gun battle. H.H. Holmes. I don't even know who that is.
Serial killer.
Oh, that's someone you.
But again, that's still the 1800s. Where are all of my goddamn fucking good mother?
The Crimean.
Gladiators. See, they're in here.
Julius Caesar.
See, goddamn it.
Genghis Khan. Like we've got a bunch of
they're in here, but we're gonna do the Battle of the Chosen Reservoir.
The Battle of the Chosen Reservoir. Tragically, it's called the Forgotten War, the Korean War.
See, I even have Arthurian. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, we'll get to the old more dust-covered stuff after next week.
All right, so we're gonna do our final,
the Chosen Reservoir.
Our final bits. We're gonna promote all the other stuff.
Before
we close it
before we say go out and learn you something and throw it
out. Before we do the outro gimmick. So we got. Tell them to like and
goodness.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
That's killing me. Anyway,
old man.
Be sure you like, favorite, and subscribe, and check out his other channel.
Did you say favorite? Yeah. You are old. It's not a favorite button anymore. It hasn't been since MySpace, brother. It's a like button. Let's go thumb everything. All right, Grandpa. Grandpa's tired. He's losing his shit.
Anyway, so be sure to check out his channel and his cousin's channel, Kentucky Fried Critics, where this week's episode will be joining them for Red October Sky. And what's the drink?
It's just October Sky. Red October is the
that's the hunt for Red October.
Yeah,
it's a sub movie. Never mind.
It's a good movie, but not the one we watched. We watched October Sky, the Jake Gyllenhaal rocket movie.
And what was the pick?
It's Skygazer.
Skygazer.
Yeah, it's like a Blue Moon clone. It was really good. So go check out that channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell all your friends about this channel. Chuck, tell them what they need to do.
Until next week, go out and learn you something. And cut. Can't believe we got another modern episode.
Oh my God, I swear to fuck, dude. I'm gonna go through here
and add
and
like
throw
30 of the old
No, I'm
ones.
gonna just throw away anything that is in the modern
You
era.
want me
I'm so
pause or
done.
stop?